Do you find that? Yeah, do you find that a lot though when you have a team that's ahead of the other team, all of a sudden they think, oh, this is going to be easy because they're below us, and all of a sudden it doesn't turn out that way. Even the shots on net in the first period were 14-8 in favor of the visitors.
Yeah, I mean, you think now, like, I mean, in the NHL, anybody could beat anybody on any night, so
right.
you got to be ready. And if you're not, I mean, you see what happens there in the first period, and we weren't ready, and they were, and they're below us in the standings. They're coming into our building, and there's a lot of talk about the Minnesota Wild, so they're fired up and ready to play. Like we're gonna have a target on our back the rest of the season. So we can't come out the way we did in the first for sure.
Yeah, and these two teams already played this year. Minnesota won in overtime in Chicago in that hockey game. So and Chicago remembers that as well. They don't even worry about the past so much as what they want to do right now. They're trying to get themselves into that playoff position where they can have that postseason play.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to be ready to play, and they're a good. Yeah, they got a lot of good young players, and they got some good veterans. So, you can't take anybody lightly in this league. I mean, the league is so close from top to bottom. So, hopefully Coach Hines has a good speech for them in between the first and second, and we come out and play a lot harder.
Yeah, I'm sure their coach also will have a good speech for them. What a difference that one player like Connor Bedard, what he can make in a hockey game. He's back from the injury, of course. He missed 12 games with that shoulder problem. But boy, he's a treat to watch. There's no question about it.
Yeah, for sure. He's a dynamic player, and anytime he gets the puck, and he makes things happen. He's had a great year so far, and he's a very dangerous player for sure.
No question about it. The fact is that when you look at Minnesota's record right now, I think coming into this, I don't think they were quite ready, as you said, in that first period. Hopefully the coach's message in the second period and the message from the players will resonate with the rest of the team.
Yeah, we have a mature team. They know in there right now that they didn't play a good first period. They weren't ready. That's not the best we can play or even close to it. So, there's a lot of hockey left, and there's a lot of fight in our team all the time. So I expect them to come out a lot better in the second period.
Yeah, at least 40 minutes to go in this one. Now, let's talk about the Olympics coming up. You're working, with Bill Guerin and as the his advisor, kind of, I don't know, assistant general manager with that hockey club.
I'm player
also.
Personnel, yep.
Player personnel, but it's an exciting time, certainly. And Marcus Johansson able to get a chance to play in the Olympics now, named today because of an injury, that he gets to go and represent his country, Sweden.
Yeah, I think that's great for JoJo. Well-deserved. He's had a great year for us, and I watched him last year at the World Championships for Sweden, and he was one of their best players. He's played a lot of the national teams, and I'm happy for him. He deserved it, and I'm glad he got named today. For
yeah,
sure.
You've watched him quite a bit over the last few years, and when you look at last year, I think the last 15 games, he really picked it up. And this year, what's been the difference with him?
Well, he's always had the ability. I mean, he's played in the league for so long because of that. This year he's just been from the start of training camp to all the way through here. He's just been really good. That line's been good with him, Boldy, and Eki, and he's very motivated, and he's playing great. So I don't think we need to question it too much. It's been great for him.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's interesting also. I mean, you're getting in the Olympics, and these are the best of the best. And, of course, the players have to be honored to be able to select to play against each other in the international competition. And it used to be that Canada was that team that's going to, but now all these other countries now, I mean, you look at Sweden, Finland, the U.S., I mean, you look at all these different teams now, have really elevated their game over the last number of years to be equal to, or if not better than Canada.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think you saw it in the Four Nations. I mean, it was between us and Canada, it was one goal. Sweden beat us. Finland was right there, and they were missing some of their best players. So I think it's a really tight tournament when you get best on best. Like, there's so many good players on each team. Like, every team is so deep that it's going to be a tough tournament, and I think anybody can win it.
And it's been a while since the NHL has been involved in international competition in the Olympics because of the whatever reason, political, whatever you want to call it. But this is was it 4 Olympics ago that there was the last time the NHL was involved?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it was. What was the year we were saying? 14? No. Well,
it's 26. It was 22, and then 18.
14. Yeah, 14, 18, 20.
Yes.
Yeah, so 14. So yeah, this is exciting. I mean, the fans, everybody wants to see best on best, and that's what we're getting. And I think it's going to be incredible hockey, and it's going to be an exciting tournament for sure.
Yeah, it really will be. The one team, of course, is not going to be there, I don't believe, is Russia.
Yeah.
Are they coming as Team Russia or not?
No.
They're not. Okay, I wasn't sure. They did that one year, I believe, that they came in.
Yeah.
Brock Faber is only one of 2 players returning to the U.S. team this year. So
right?
Sanderson from Ottawa.
Yeah.
He's the other guy. But what do you make of the Olympics this year? I mean, is there a team that stands out amongst the other teams?
I don't think there's one team. I think there's a group of teams that obviously would be favored more than some of the others, with the teams probably from the 4 nations. But then the Czechs have a good team. They weren't there. They have a number of really good NHL players. So I think it's going to be a really interesting tournament in that way. There's a lot of deep teams, and I think it's up for grabs. I really do. I don't think anybody's I would say probably going into it that the media would probably pick Canada to be the favorites. They won the 4 nations, and so they probably deserve that. I think we have as good a shot as anybody. I think the Swedes have a good team. Finland has a good team. Like I said, the Czechs. I think there's a lot of good teams, and it's really a one-game tournament, right? When you get through the round robin, then it's a one game. So, a goalie could steal a game, or anything can happen. It's going to be a really interesting and exciting tournament.
Yeah, and you get a feel for that from the World Junior Championship that was held here in the Twin Cities, and how good they've been. And Sweden won that series, and you can see they're on the rise. And that's what I was talking about before. The Canada's not up there by themselves anymore. There's many teams right beside them.
Yeah, I think so, and I think that speaks to just the game of hockey now. So many good American players. Like we've picking our team, it was so hard. We have too many good players. There's too many good players right now, which is great. It's a great thing for USA Hockey, and there's going to be guys that aren't on it, but they're world-class players. It's just we could take 25, and that's the way we did it, and every team is so deep.
Yeah, when I look at the 4 Nations Cup and the team that Billy Guerin and his staff put together for that one, I mean, that was a team that was a team. I mean, it wasn't about being the best players in the country to play for. I mean, it was a team. The players are going to make it a good team to get the success they wanted.
Yeah, and that's been Billy's thing kind of from the start. Is we got to build a team. We're not building an all-star team to go win one game. We're building a team that we feel gives us the best chance to win in a tournament like this. We're going to have to play 6-7 games, whatever it may be, and we tried to build a team. You need to have guys that do different things and can fill different roles and do that, and we feel that we've given ourselves the best chance with the team we picked.
Well, good luck to you guys. I know it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun for the guys who are going to be off. Also, going to be sunning themselves. I'm sure during that time.
Yeah, right.
Chris Kelleher, our guest here, the assistant general manager of the Minnesota Wild, and working with Billy with the Olympic team in the U.S. side. So thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Chris Kelleher's our guest here. Kevin, let's go back to you.